Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Saturday and let's get right to the charts. Starting off with Bitcoin, of course, you can see yesterday, after yesterday's move all the way up to the weekly pivot, we then rejected yet again and we dropped down around 4.3%. And yes, we are getting to this key level that I have been talking about in the last video, which is of course 61k and the value area low of this particular range that we have been trading in since the beginning of February. So you could say we have been in a sideways price action for almost 176 days, basically trading above the range and also spending some time below this range. Right here we are currently remaining in the middle, and also currently it is the 1st of August. The new monthly candle just opened, as you can see right here, and this is, you could say, potentially a bullish looking candle, but as of right now you can clearly see there is no wick towards the downside for this candle. So you know what this means. There is always a wick towards the downside in August, especially. If we go back into history, you can see if we go, for example, in August 2022, the candle does have a wick, be that to the upside or towards the downside. If we go in 2023 in August, it does have a wick, and if we go in August 2024, it does also have a wick towards the downside. So I am, as I said, expecting for us to get that wick towards the downside. It could get even lower to around 58k potentially, and maybe even to break lower, but as of how things are looking right now, we might see the first week of the month be actually bullish and retest some of the levels towards the upside again, with that being the POC level and this high that we have rejected from multiple times. On the other side, Ethereum is testing this level as support. You can see we were clearly above the value area low of this range that we are also trading in since the beginning of February on it as well. And you can see price managed to flip this level. It was acting as resistance multiple times and price managed to flip it as support. And right now it is clearly getting tested as support yet again. Also, we do have the new monthly pivot levels. You can see the monthly pivot is sitting right now at just around 62.4k, and for it this level is sitting just around 1800 to be exact. So a move of potentially around like 3.7% for Ethereum is not out of the question to retest this level, and the monthly S1 is sitting at around 1600. For Bitcoin it is sitting at around basically $59,000 to be exact. So this is also a possibility. For the stock market, the monthly pivot, I do believe that since the market is closed right now, these are still the old monthly pivots. I don't remember, actually it does not look like it. It does look like it's the new pivots, but we will see that in when Monday comes. For the dollar, yeah, I also do believe that those are the new monthly pivots, but we're gonna talk about them on Monday once the market opens. Total market cap, you can see the monthly pivot is also sitting around 2.13 trillion, so a small pullback to test this level could be very well in the play once Monday comes. So right now price is looking very choppy. You can see after this move down yesterday, we're basically consolidating. Open interest pushed very high right here during this drop, so lots of shorts opened at the bottom and they are trapped yet again. But you can see this whole time Bitcoin traded below the VWAP level. CVD also went down a bit So as I said, that means that the shorts were opened up right here once the CVD started going down. And right now Bitcoin is trying to reclaim the VWAP, but as you can see, price is very choppy. There is no volume whatsoever. You can see the volume is really, really thin. We still got this massive liquidation cluster that's sitting above us all the way up to 66.3k, and you can see 65.4k is also a target, but we also do have liquidations piling up below us. And as I said, with that monthly pivot, with the monthly pivot being lower, the move towards the liquidity towards the downside becomes more possible. Fear and Greed Index is still at 33, nothing new here. Spot ETFs, let me see. Yesterday, you can see we actually got on the 30th of July a massive inflow. And then yesterday, on the last day of the month, we actually got a massive outflow, which is pretty interesting to see. But as I said, with the new monthly pivot level being lower and our key level, which is the value area low level right here, being close, I do believe that move towards the downside first could be very well possible. Also considering that the monthly candle still does not have a wick towards the downside, and as you saw, monthly candles without wicks are very, very rare. They do happen, as you can see, mostly in the bull market rallies. Even in the bear markets, we do have lots of wicks right here, as you can see, towards the upside and to the downside. And on this move, it has been more brutal than the past moves as well. But anyways, as I said, very interesting to see that we're starting to get bigger outflows again. We'll see how next week goes. But other than that, you can see right now the market is pretty even. Still more shorts than longs, but it is very well, you could say, the same. So no volume, long and shorts ratio is almost the exact same. We don't have any news for today, and next week is actually not that big. We do have some news on Monday. As you can see, we do have PMI data coming out. On Tuesday, we do have JOLTS and hourly earnings on Friday. So you could say it is going to be a very big week, but not as big as the one that we had right here. This does not mean that we won't have any volatility. Once the market opens, I do believe that we're going to be getting lots of volatility, especially with the new monthly candle opening up right here. The weekly also looking very, very interesting as well. So we might get one more big weekly candle towards the downside to retest the previous monthly open level. It is very well possible, but I don't think that it would happen during the weekend. So we gotta be waiting for Monday. And I do believe this would cover it for this Saturday update, guys. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.